Dracula's evil power has left a dark shadow over Transylvania.
American legends have Transylvania as being one of the most frightening countries. It's always dark and there's a full moon and weird things are happening. And that does occur. It is quite haunted.
You could find hundreds of stories which are very strange, and some of them they are unexplainable.
In 1957, my husband accidentally killed a man. The man came back as a wolf seeking revenge. The wolf came to our village and attacked 6 members of my family, only my family, all in different places at different times. When the wolf attacked me, I killed it with his knife.
It wasn't a normal animal. It was a kind of creature with supernatural forces.
In Transylvania, these mysterious creatures are called strigoi.
The strigoi is a spirit that comes from a troubled soul who's passed away and can take form of different things. And so a werewolf is a strigoi that takes the shape of a wolf.
And people here are terrified of strigoi because they know that if they have not cared for their relative who's died in the right manner, the strigoi will be visiting them.
Some say precautions must be taken so the dead won't return and attack the living.
I prepare bodies for burial to make sure they don't return as strigoi. If they do come back as strigoi, you can put them to rest by taking a heated nail or a stake and plunging it through the heart. It makes a specific sound like burning meat.
The villagers decided my grandfather was one of the undead, so they dug him up and pulled him out of his grave with meat hooks.
Villagers go to great lengths to keep a strigoi from coming back. Men will go to the cemetery at night, dig up the body and drive a stake through its heart.
Has to go through the body into the ground underneath the corpse. Very important. Because it's a walking corpse, you have to pin it to the earth.
Those who lived evil lives will always come back as a strigoi. Those who answer to the devil in life will become a strigoi in death.
Because of Dracula's evil deeds, some believe he was destined to become a strigoi.
When Vlad the Impaler, known today as Dracula, died, monks brought his body to the island monastery of Snagoff and buried him under the main altar.
When they opened up Dracula's tomb, the casket and body were missing. What they found inside was animal bones.
Spirits, strigoi, vampires go to places they have fond memories of. Hunedoara Castle is where he had his fondest memories.
It's here. It's all around here. It's in every room. The place infested with the strigoi of Vlad the Impaler.
Some say Dracula's dark energy is still felt throughout Hunedoara Castle.
It's obvious that there is an evil force that is very old here.
This is a dangerous place. No one should enter here. It is filled with evil.
The Menegau family will be introduced to the dark world of Dracula.
I'll start with my daughter, Constance.
The catalyst behind the start of the whole thing.
I'm a mother. I have a 3-year-old, and I love scary stuff, and I talked everyone into it.
We don't even know where we're going exactly.
Chris was definitely the hardest person to convince to do this.
My name is Kristen. I'm 30 years old. I'm a homemaker. I have 2 kids. I keep on trying to put into my mind that I can do this. I can do this. I'm going to be okay. And the thought of it really does kind of freak me out.
Somebody tell me how to get out of here! Okay, let's go to the dungeon.
I don't want to go down to the dungeon.
Okay, let's just take a couple minutes and relax.
You guys, I don't think a couple minutes is going to have her relax. I can't do this.
These people are not armed for this. They're not prepared for this. They're not ready for this. This is an evil place.
Exorcists and psychics are often called to the site of a dangerous haunting to perform cleansing rituals. The rituals are designed to force evil energy from a disturbed location. The negative energy inside Hunedoara Castle is so significant, experts believe that they don't know how to destroy it or even do battle with it.
There has been an attempt to renovate Hunedoara Castle. The entire workforce started and they all left. The whole force disappeared and didn't come back. They kept finding blood on the walls that wouldn't go away.
Many believe it is the blood of thousands of helpless torture victims.
Many of the souls of the innocent victims don't have anywhere else to go. Their restless spirit still wanders.
It's an immense insult for people to come to a place like this and poke about. What right do they have to disturb the spirits of the innocent who died here?
I want to see a ghost. I've never seen one before, and I thought this would be a good way to find out if there was really ghosts or not.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get to go and actually investigate something like this.
Might be a church, might be some prison, maybe, I don't know.
Someplace evil.
Unfortunately, it took thousands of dead people and quite a few gruesome psychopaths to create the evil in that castle. There has been attempts to cleanse, to exorcise the evil spirits. The few that have been in there and tried were just too small of an army.
The castle is full of negative forces.
There is something hiding here. Something evil.
Satana și spiridușul și fermicile și boscoanele. Amin.
In 1565, 2 children were murdered in their beds.
I knelt down to pray for my own salvation because I felt like I was suffocating. An intense cough came over me. My lungs felt like I was in a chamber filled with toxic gases and no oxygen. My first impulse was to save myself, to kneel and pray.
There wasn't just one, but many spirits, ghosts, vampires, Satan. They were in every corner of the castle. There's something very bad here.
I think in any place where thousands upon thousands of people are viciously murdered will leave an imprint.
In this castle there is a great sense of violence.
In 1441, 12 Turkish prisoners were forced to dig a well with their bare hands.
Hunyadi captured a number of Turkish soldiers, and he said to the Turks, look, I need a well. If you build that well for me, I'll set you free. And after dozens of years, the well was finally dug. But this was after Hunyadi had died. And his son says, look, you've made a deal with my father. You didn't make a deal with me. And he cut all of their heads off. And written on the very bottom, one Turk has scribed, you may have water, but you have no souls.
They used to sacrifice young children in the base of castles. The castle would be strong. And this apparently was done at Hunedoara Castle.
There were children in the castle, but they were murdered and their souls were eaten.
In 1656, a young bride was murdered by her husband.